Hey everyone, Creepy here. So the video you're about to watch is a clip from a longer video my friend Spooder Jedi had me on his channel about different animes. The anime I cover is Kaiju number 8, so if you want to see the full video, I will have it linked down below. Make sure you subscribe to both of us. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video.
Kaiju number 8 is the worst anime that I've seen. So far, it's still like a 7 or 6 out of 10. It's kind of nice that I've seen so many good series. Anyways, Kaiju number 8 is about a man named Kafka Hibino who gets infected by a parasitic kaiju, which, if you don't know, that means like monster in Japanese, and now has the ability to transform into one, and he joins the defense force to fight against the monsters that threaten his home. The reason it's at the bottom for me is because, well, it's only had one season so far, which just came out this year, so compared to the other stuff I've seen, it's a bit lackluster. But hey, maybe the future seasons will improve. To be fair, there are a lot of great aspects about this series. Kafka's kaiju form is a sick design, and every time he transforms is very swag. The other characters are nice too. It's cool that there's no unlikable characters. The opening and ending are very nice too. I still cannot believe they got the One Republic to do the ending song. That's nuts. Anyways, my good friend Creeper from the YouTube channel Communist Creeper also watched the anime. Let's hear his thoughts on it.
Hey everyone, Creepy here. So I have been asked to talk about Kaiju number 8, mostly because I'm a huge fan of Kaiju media. I am currently sitting right next to a poster of Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire, because that's how much I love Kaiju movies and other types of media. Now I'm taking my precious Dead by Daylight playing time to talk to you guys about this, so you guys better like and subscribe to Spooder Jedi. If you don't, a bug will go inside of you and you will become a Kaiju. I want to talk about two interesting things about this show. Now, these are two random things that are important to me personally. I don't know if you will personally like them. Kaiju number 8 follows the story of Kafka Hibino. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I have a speech impediment, so I have an excuse. And basically, he cleans up after kaijus, and he works for the government cleaning them up, and his childhood best friend is a relatively high-ranking member of the government agency that kills kaijus. So he's a low-ranking official while she's a high-ranking official, so he kind of wants to move up in the world to try to prove to her that he's not a complete and total loser. And of course, at the end of episode 1, he swallows a bug, or it goes into him, it's kind of weird, and then he becomes a kaiju. That's the basic premise of it. One could say he had a metamorphosis. Now, I'm going to talk about the two interesting things that I personally find interesting. The first thing is that his name is Kafka, which you might not care about that at all, but that's the name of the author who wrote The Metamorphosis, which is an infamous book about a man who turns into a bug and then his family abuses him and then lets him die. Personally, I've read that book with a friend before, and we absolutely hate that book, so it's become a running gag to talk about that book, so having the character named after the author really stood out to me. The second interesting thing is the fact that they use kaiju correctly. Kaiju in the West is usually used for any giant monster, but in reality, kaiju just means a strange beast or monster, so it doesn't matter the size. So technically giant kaijus are called Daikaiju, but kaiju number 8 is human size, yet he's still referred to as a kaiju because he's still a kaiju. I think that's really interesting, and I would recommend checking out this series. I know Spooder says it's just okay, but he could shut up. I love kaiju so much.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.